Hi there. Welcome to a 60-minute basic flow class with me, Sarah. Today's focus is going to be on creating some strength and mobility around the hips, especially these outer hip areas, piriformis muscle. Sometimes when these muscles are kind of locked up, it can create some tension across the lower back. So we're really focusing on creating some mobility for the hips. As always, you might find a block or some kind of support useful to you. You might find a pillow or a bolster or something similar useful to you. There will be a little bit of balancing today. And in this particular balancing position, you may find a wall or a sturdy chair near your mat also to be helpful. You might not need it at all, which is awesome. We are going to be starting today lying down on the back. So as you're ready, go ahead and come down onto your back. Once you're on your back, you have your choice to have your knees bent and feet on the floor. This is a great spot if your lower back is feeling a little tender today and you'd like a little extra support. But you're also welcome to have your legs extended out along the floor in front of you if that feels like a good place for your body to be. Make sure that your spine is nice and long. Your upper back and shoulders are flat to the floor. Your chest is open. Make any other little adjustments that feel good in your body. Then bring yourself to some stillness. Take a deep breath in. Nice big exhale out. If you'd like to close your eyes, go ahead and do that. As you start to tune your awareness inside to your breath, start to take some long, slow, deep inhales and exhales, filling and emptying your lungs completely. With each exhale, start to let go. Let go of tension, let go of tightness, let go of something that you might be holding on to today that you'd like to release, and allow that to flow away from your body. And start to scan through your body, starting to check in with how everything is feeling today. If you find some areas that need a little extra attention, be sure to make note of those. And be sure to take care of those as you move through your practice. Remember, you can always choose to skip postures or modify postures, whatever's working best in your body today. And now begin to establish a rhythm in your breath. Find one that is slow and steady, controlled, complete. At any point during today's practice that you find yourself losing control of your breath or perhaps holding your breath, you may want to consider backing off and taking a break. Coming down here onto your back is a really good option. You could also have a seat. You can come into child's pose. Find a place in your body to come back to this breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take one more deep breath in. A nice full exhale out. Maybe start to open up your eyes. Maybe bring a little bit of movement, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. We'll come into a full body stretch. So if they're not already, extend your legs out long along the floor in front of you. Extend your arms long along the floor behind you. Reach through your fingers, reach through your toes, stretch. And as you exhale, circle your arms around, bring your knees into your chest, holding on to the shins, begin to hug the thighs into your abdomen. If it feels okay, start to rock a little side to side. Massage your back into the floor. Notice how your lower back feels. Good. One more rock side to side. And then bring yourself back to center. Keep your knees bent. Place your feet on the floor. And then heel and toe your feet apart, about to the width of your mat. Bring your arms a bit away from your body just to make sure that they're out of the way. And also start to open up the chest and the shoulders. We're going to start to move through some windshield wipers. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, let your knees windshield over to the right. Good. Inhale, bring your knees through center. Exhale, windshield wiper your knees over to the left. We'll do this a couple of times back and forth. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Try to keep your left shoulder grounded so the chest stays open. Inhale, knees to the center. Exhale, knees to the right. Try to keep the right shoulder grounded. Good. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. This time, keep them here. Now, you can stay right here. If it feels okay to do so, take your right heel and notch it on the outside of the left knee. So not right up on top of the kneecap, but just to the outside of the knee. And then maybe just a teeny tiny little pressure of pulling the left knee a little closer to the floor. Find a stretch that feels okay for your body on the outer left hip and outer left thigh. Excellent. Now keep the right heel notched on the outside of the left knee and bring the sole of your left foot to the floor so that your left knee points at the sky, and then just bring it a little heel toe in so it's a little bit more centered. Bring the right ankle so that it's on top of the right thigh and pull your right toes towards your right kneecap. The foot is in dorsiflexion. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee and start to press the right knee away from you. You're going to start to feel some open space across the right hip. Now this might be enough. If you're dealing with a hip or knee injury, I strongly suggest you stay right here. But if it does feel okay to do so, float the left foot off the floor. Right hand dives between the thighs, hands clasped behind the left thigh. Pull the thigh towards you, lengthen the right knee and tail away. Any pain or discomfort in the knee, please bring the left foot back to the floor. So this is reclined pigeon. We're going to be doing a few different variations of pigeon posture today to get into the outer hips. So just take a few breaths here with your spine long and supported on the ground to notice how the right hip feels in this position. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release the grip, left foot on the floor. Keep the right ankle crossed on top of the left thigh. Bring your arms out to the side, shoulder height like a T, or perhaps modified into some goalpost arms. Now take the right foot and bring it over to the left side of your mat, letting the foot drop down. You're coming into a twist. If this is too much, please back off. You can come back into that starting position. Try to keep the right shoulder close to or touching the floor so the chest is open, finding a twist in the spine and in the abdomen, continuing to stretch out the right hip. But remember, if it's too much, please back off. Nice, everybody. With an inhale, bring yourself back up, left foot on the floor. Exhale, release. Bring your right foot to the floor. Heel and toe your feet apart to the sides of your mat. Couple of windshield wipers, we start to the left. Take a breath in. Exhale, windshield wipers, the knees to the left. Keep your chest open. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, windshield wiper, the knees to the right. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, windshield wiper, knees to the left and hold. Good. If it feels okay to do so, hook the left heel on the outside of the right knee, and then just a little bit of maybe pressure, pulling the knee closer to the earth, getting that stretch through the outer right hip. But if it's too much, please back off. Excellent. Keeping your left heel hooked on the right knee, bring the right foot flat on the floor. You'll probably need to heel and toe that right foot in towards the midline a little bit. Left ankle is on top of the left thigh. Pull the left toes towards the left kneecap. Left hand to inner left knee. Begin to press the left knee away. Start to open up the left hip. Now, once again, this is a great place to stay right here. But if you would like some more sensation in the left hip and that there's no pain in the knee, float the right foot off the floor. Left hand dives between the thighs, hands clasped behind the right thigh, pull it towards you, lengthen the left knee and tailbone away. Reclined pigeon. Breathing into the left hip, but remember to back off if it's feeling like too much. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the grip, right foot to the floor. Keep the left ankle crossed on the right thigh, arms out to the side, shoulder height like a T, or come into cactus. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to drop over to the right. Bring the sole of the left foot to the floor on the right side of your mat, coming into that twist. Do your best to keep the left shoulder grounded or close to grounded so you open up the chest. Find that twist along the spine and in the belly, continuing to open up the left hip. Back off if it's too much. Breathe. Nice, everybody. With an inhale, bring yourself back up. Right foot is on the floor. Exhale, left foot is on the floor. Bring both knees back into your chest. Once again, give yourself a nice little hug. Bringing your thighs into your abdomen, feeling your back connect to the earth. We're gonna meet in a tabletop position. You can roll to one side or you can rock up, your choice, but find yourself in hands and knees in a tabletop. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Make sure that the wrist creases are parallel. Press down firmly through the inside of the hands, first 2 fingers and thumb. Push the floor away to activate the arms to the shoulders. Watch out for hyperextended elbows, a little micro bend at the joint if you need it. We'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow to wake up the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, tailbone to the floor, arch your spine up to the sky, and release the back of your neck. Crown of the head relaxes towards your thumbs. Inhale, lift the tail, drop the belly. Draw the shoulders back, send your chest forward, eyes forward. Make sure the arms are super strong, pushing the floor away. Nice. Exhale to round it out. Pull the navel to the spine, heart presses up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the tail, drop the abdomen, shoulders back, chest forward, eyes forward. 2 more rounds. Exhale to round it out. Inhale to glide it forward. 1 more time. Exhale to round. Inhale to lengthen. And then a brief child's pose if that's okay for your body. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Extend your arms forward and let the crown of the head gently melt down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Coming back up to hands and knees. Once again, reset your tabletop with shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, arms strong and engaged. Extend the right leg back with the balls of the toes on the floor. A couple breaths here to wake up the right leg. So reach out through the sole of the foot, press the back of the knee open to the sky, start to firm your right thigh muscles, draw the belly in, and find one point of focus straight down at the ground. This will help with balance. It'll also help to keep the neck neutral. Keeping the belly firm, inhale and float the right leg up hip height. The foot is flexed, kneecap and toes point down to the ground. We're gonna wake up the hip a little bit more. Weight even across the hands, belly firm. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring the right knee up to the right shoulder. Keep the foot dorsiflex, so the toes are pulling towards the knee. Push the floor away. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, extend the right leg back. Exhale, right knee, right shoulder. You want to get into that right hip. Wake it up in strength. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, right knee, right shoulder. Good. Inhale, extend the leg back. Now keep the leg long and take the right toes and bring them over to the outer left side of your mat, and then really push back through the left heel. Maybe look over the left shoulder towards the left heel. Feel a compression in the left side of the waist and a lengthening in the right side of the waist. Good. With your next inhale, lift the legs straight up. And as you exhale, swing the right leg over to the right side of your mat and bring the toes down so they're about in line with the left knee. You're starting to stretch out this inner thigh. Now you have the option to take this into a one-legged child's pose. If this does not feel good, you can come back into that child's pose we've already done with both knees underneath the hips. So if you're ready, begin to sink the hips back towards the heels. Maybe keep this right leg long until you find that stretch. Maybe your chest stays lifted. Maybe you want to crawl the arms forward and melt the chest down. So again, take this into the place that feels like you're getting something out of it, but it is not too much sensation in your body. Excellent, everybody. With an inhale, lift your hips off your heel. Exhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulder and bring your right knee back underneath your right hip. Excellent. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side, starting to wake up the left hip. So shoulders stack over wrists, pushing the floor away, belly is firm. Extend the left leg back. Balls of the toes on the floor to start. Give the left leg a chance to wake up. Reach through the sole of the foot, open through the back of the knee, tighten up the left thigh muscles so the quadriceps are super strong. Find that point of focus for your eyes, straight down so the neck is neutral, belly is firm. With an inhale, lift the left leg up hip height. Make sure the foot stays flexed so the toes are aimed towards the kneecap. Pull the belly in. Good. Take a breath in, keep weight even across the hands. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder, wide and high. Keep the foot flexed. Good. Inhale, extend nice and slow so you can feel the muscles you're targeting. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder, wide and high. Get into the hips. 1 more. Inhale, belly firm, weight even across the hands. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Good. Inhale, extend, keep the leg long. Cross it over to the right side of your mat. Bring the balls of the toes onto the floor. And then perhaps look over the right shoulder. Squeezing the right belly, opening the left belly, stretching long through the left heel. Keep pushing the floor away, belly is firm. Inhale, lift the left leg up hip height. Exhale, swing the left leg long out to the left side of your mat. Land the toes about in line with the right knee. So once again, you have options. You can stay right here, just working that inner thigh stretch. You can drop the knee underneath the hip and go into child's pose that way. Or from here, come into a one-legged child's pose. Start slowly sinking the hips back to the heels. If this is enough, stay. If you want a little more, crawl the arms forward and melt the chest down. Breathe slowly, breathe deeply. Excellent, everybody. If you lower down, press into the palms. Inhale, pick up your chest. Exhale, hands under shoulders, knee under hip, back in that tabletop position. From tabletop, walk your hands forward, one hand print, so the hands are forward of the shoulders. Fingers are lightly spread, hands shoulder distance apart. Tuck the toes under, pick up your knees, inhale, send the hips up and back. As you exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Ears in line with upper arms, gaze is back between the feet, neck is relaxed, eyes are soft. Hands plant firm into the floor, hips up and back. Start to bend one knee and then the other. Start to loosen up the joints, the knees, the ankles, the toes. Couple of breaths here, exploring your down dog, keeping your spine long, the breath steady. Feel some stretch perhaps in your calf muscles and in your hamstrings. Excellent, everybody. Do one more round of walking it out. And then bring yourself into stillness. You can work with straight legs or bent knees. Primary is spine is long. Plant your hands into the floor, firm up your belly. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Now on the exhale, step your right foot wide to the outside of your right hand. So it's a little bit wider than normal. And then come up onto your fingertips. Make sure that the right knee is directly over the ankle. You're on the balls of the back toes. Your shoulder is on the inside of your right knee. So you're kind of nice and wide, and then hug the right knee onto the right shoulder. And you're gonna start to feel your hip flexors wake up, as well as that outer glute. Excellent. We're gonna add just a tiny little bit of movement here. It's a really small movement forward and back. Your hips are not gonna rise up and down. They're gonna stay in one straight line. So inhale, pull just a little back. Exhale, pull just a little forward. So it's a sliding motion back and forth. Inhale, a little back. Exhale, a little forward, waking up the hip flexors. Inhale, a little back. Exhale, a little bit forward. Now from here, we're coming into a twist. If you prefer not to twist today, you can stay. Otherwise, left hand stays on the ground. Slowly take your right arm out to the side and start to open up your chest to the right. If this is too much, come back out. Make sure your back leg is long and strong. You're on the balls of the back toes. Firm up your left glute and gently open up your chest to the right. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, unwind. Bring your right wrist back underneath your shoulder on the inside of your right foot. Make sure wrists are underneath the shoulders. Push the floor away, squeeze navel to spine. We're stepping back to plank. So with an inhale, step back to plank. As you exhale, gently drop your knees to the floor. Bring your chest forward to your thumbs and lower all the way to the ground. Point your toes. Legs are close together. Press the tops of your feet and hips flat. Roll the shoulders back. Hug the elbows into your ribs. With an inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back, coming into a baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Keep the legs long and strong, the front of the hips pressing, the glutes turned on. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, open the chest, shoulders back, elbows tuck in. Exhale, lower down, waking up, warming up, strengthening back muscles. 1 more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Good. Tuck the toes under, press to your knees. Inhale. Find downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Make sure the hands are rooted into the floor. Belly is firm. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it wide to the outside of your left hand. Stay on the balls of your right toes. Get up onto your fingertips. Take the pressure off the wrist, but also to give your chest a little more space. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle, and then take a moment here to hug the inner left knee onto the left shoulder. So again, we're firing up the glutes, firing up the hip flexors. Now we're gonna add that tiny, tiny little movement, sliding forward and back. Remember to keep the hips down in line with the body. So inhale, pull just a little back. Exhale, slide just a little forward. It's maybe an inch or two more. Inhale, little back. Exhale, little forward. Keep squeezing left knee onto left shoulder. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to center where you can stay, or we're going to add in that twist. Right fingertips stay on the floor. Slowly take your left arm out to the side. Find a twist. Make sure your back leg is still strong. You're on the balls of the toes, heels pointing to the ceiling. Firm up the right glute and gently breathe as you roll the left chest open. Excellent. Take a big inhale. Exhale, unwind. Hand comes back to the inside of the left foot. Plant the wrists under the shoulders. Firm up the belly, back legs stay strong. We step back to plank. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, drop the knees to the floor. Bring your chest forward to your thumbs. Come all the way down to your belly. Point your toes. Press the tops of the feet and hips flat. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows in. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Just one more time. Shoulders back, legs long and strong. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Good. Tuck the toes under. Come to your knees. Inhale. Find downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Nice, everybody. From here, inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Take your time as you make your way to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a standing forward fold. Feet are parallel, anywhere from together to hips distance apart. Bend the knees, firm the abdomen, and let the spine, neck, and crown relax towards the floor. We've got a few breaths here in this first forward fold. If movement sounds like a nice idea to you, you can find that. Maybe sway side to side and ragdoll. Perhaps pedal out the legs, wiggle out the hips. If stillness feels good, stay still. As you take a couple of breaths here in your standing forward fold, check in with your lower back and hamstrings. If you have any tension, tightness, or injury, please take all forward folds with bent knees. And everyone, make sure you firm your abdomen to protect your lower back every time you fold forward. If you added movement, begin to bring yourself back to center, back to stillness. Relax the spine, neck, crown, and arms down to the ground. Now, if it's available to you, begin to heel and toe your feet together if they're not already there. If you cannot bring your feet together, that's okay. But as we come into Utkatasana Fierce, just make sure your knees and toes are always tracking forward. Bend the knees deeply and send your hips back behind you. Please make sure knees are behind toes. With an inhale, lift your chest coming into Utkatasana. Bring your palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now make sure that the knees are behind the toes, really important for the health of the knees, and make sure that your pelvis is neither untucked nor over-tucked, but in that nice neutral position. You've got to use your abdomen to support your lower back in neutrality. Bring the weight a little more to the heels than the toes. Take a breath in, exhale, sink. So we're really trying to fire up the back, the glutes, as well as the quads. Take one more inhale. Sink into the heels a little bit deeper. Now press into the heels, rise up tall. Inhale, straight legs, arms reach to the sky, stretch. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, bend knees as needed, firm the belly. Let the crown of the head lower towards the floor. Bring your hands to your shins. With an inhale, half lift, draw the shoulders back, chest forward, glance forward. As you exhale, wrists come below shoulders. Step back to plank. Inhale. As you exhale, gently ease your knees to the floor, your chest to the thumbs, come all the way down to the ground. Point your toes, press the hips flat, roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows in. With an inhale, one cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Good, tuck the toes under. Press to your knees. Inhale, find downward facing dog. Exhale, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Make sure the hands are rooted. With an inhale, lift the right leg to the sky just like we did before. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of your right hand. Take a moment on your fingertips as you reach through the left heel. No movement this time. Now, from here, take your back foot, slide it slightly to the right side of your mat and drop the foot flat. The toes angle a little bit to the top of the mat. The right knee is over the right ankle. We're rising to warrior two from here. So back leg is straight and strong. Inner left thigh resists to outer left thigh. Inhale, windmill yourself up to open to the long edge of your mat. Right kneecap and toes are tracking forward. Left heel is pressing flat. Chest is expansive, shoulders are soft. Gaze forward to your right middle finger. And take a moment here as you start to really open up the hips. Make sure to breathe. Excellent, everybody. Keep your right knee where it is. Bring your left hand down. Flip your right palm up. Slowly reverse your warrior. Reach your right fingertips back. Send your right knee forward slightly to the pinky toe. Make sure your left heel is pressing and your left glute is firming. Breathe space into the right side body. Excellent, everybody. With an inhale, come back to warrior two. Now, on the exhale, bring your right fingertips down to the inside of your right foot. Press your right arm into your knee and your knee into your arm, and take your left fingertips to the sky. Now, if this is too much on the hip, you could place a block underneath your right hand. You could also take the side angle variation, which is the forearm on the thigh. But either way, press arm into knee into arm. You really want to get into those hips. Keep the chest open, the abdomen firm, left leg is long and strong. Excellent. Take a breath in. As you exhale, unwind left fingertips to the floor. Come onto the balls of the left toes. We're adding in that twist. Just one breath. You don't have to take the twist. Left hand stays down. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Twist to the right. Exhale, unwind. Wrists below shoulders. Good. From here, we're stepping back into plank. So with an inhale, step back to plank. Now you can go to down dog or exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs. So just adding in a little bit of extra movement for the body. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes under, press to your knees. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. We'll do that same sequence on the other side. With an inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it wide to the outside of your left hand. Take a moment here to come up onto your fingertips, to reach through the right heel, to hug inner left knee onto left shoulder. Then from here, slide your right foot a little to the right side of your mat and drop the foot flat. Angle the right toes just a hair to the top of your mat. Back leg is straight, back leg is strong. Resist inner thigh to outer thigh. Keep your left knee over your ankle, left knee is bent. We rise to warrior two. So dig deep, and with an inhale, rise up, open to the long edge of your mat, bringing your arms shoulder height. Gaze forward, make sure your left kneecap and toes are pointing forward. Your back heel and back fingertips are stretching back. A couple of breaths here to strengthen and open. Good. Keep your left knee anchored. Right hand down, left palm up. Reverse your warrior. Slow stretch, opening up the left side body. Keep the left knee tracking forward and a little to the left pinky toe. Keep your right leg solid. Breathe into the left side body stretch. Excellent, everybody. With an inhale, come back to warrior two. On the exhale, tip left fingertips down to the inside of the left foot while the right arm goes straight up to the sky. Now remember, this might be too much. You could place a block or come to your forearm. Wherever you're at, push the knee into the arm and the arm into the knee. Use that to help open up the hip and the chest a little bit more. Back leg is still strong. Belly is firm. Breathe. Excellent, everybody. Take a breath in. As you exhale, unwind, right fingertips to the floor. Come onto the balls of the right toes. Make sure your feet are about hips distance apart here. You're coming into the twist, which is optional. Keep your right hand down and slowly bring your left arm up. Nice big inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, unwind, wrists below shoulders. We step back to plank. Inhale, now you can go to down dog or exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs. Come all the way to the ground, point your toes. Press the hips flat, shoulders roll back, cobra. Inhale, lower, exhale. Tuck the toes under, press to your knees. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in And a deep breath out. One more nice big breath in. And full deep breath out. Great job, everybody. With an inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, squeeze the belly, bend the knees, fold forward, exhale. If possible, bring your feet together. Deep bend in the knees, send your hips back behind you, knees are behind toes. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart, knees are behind toes. Now we're coming into balancing pigeon from here. This is sometimes where a wall nearby or a steady chair might be useful for you. You could also simply give it a try. If you fall out, no big deal, come back in. You could always just come back to this position. You're getting lots of work, keep the navel firm. Shift the weight to the left foot. Pick up the right and cross the ankle over the thigh, just like we did at the start of class in recline pigeon. Dorsiflexion, pull toes to knee, standing knee behind toes. Pull the navel to the spine, push the palms together. Find a point of focus for your eyes out along the floor in front of you. Try to bring the weight a little bit more to the left heel. Steady and breathe. So strengthening and balance, opening up the hip. Excellent, everybody. Take a breath in, knees stay bent. Exhale, bring the feet together, knees behind toes. Let's take it to the other side. Bringing weight to the right foot, pick up the left, cross the ankle over the thigh. Make sure the foot is flexed, pull toes to knee, standing knee behind toes. Squeeze belly to spine, push palms together. Steady your focal point with your eyes and steady your breath. Remember, if you fall out, just come back in or meet us in Utkatasana, fierce. We'll be there in just a moment. Awesome, everybody. Take a breath in. Knees stay bent. Exhale, feet together, knees behind toes. Now push into the heels. Rise everything to the sky. Inhale, straighten it all up. Reach tall. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Squeeze the belly, lower the crown down. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, wrists below shoulders. Try to step back with the opposite foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the thumbs, come all the way to the ground. Point your toes, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to lower. Tuck the toes under, come to your knees. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Excellent, everybody. We're going through the same sequence. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit, about one breath per movement. And we'll add in just a little bit more. So with your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the right foot wide. Drop the back heel down. Right knee is bent, back leg is straight. Rise up, warrior two. Inhale, settle in, exhale, right kneecap and toes point forward. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, hold for the exhale and stretch. Good. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, right fingertips inside of right foot or forearm to thigh, left arm to the sky. Back leg is strong. Take a breath in. Exhale, unwind, left fingertips to the floor, ball of left toes. Make sure feet are separated, hips distance apart. Left hand down, we take a twist, right arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Now from here, we're gonna rise to crescent. So be on the balls of the back toes. Make sure that the right knee is over the ankle. Firm everything up around your core. Ready to rise. Inhale, rise up to crescent. Exhale and hold. Now you have the option to stay here. You could always bring your hands down to your heart. We're gonna fly a little bit today in warrior three. A wall could be handy or a nice sturdy chair in front of you. So take a breath in, exhale, shift weight to the right foot and kick off with your left foot. Bring hands out in front at heart, maybe back along the sides. Lifted leg is active, toes point down towards the earth. Firm up the belly, find your focal point. Nice, everybody. Now we're gonna meet back in crescent. So if you're still there, you're in a great spot. For those of you who took warrior three, begin to bend into the right knee, shift the weight back, land the left toes. Rise up, inhale, crescent. Exhale, wrists below shoulders. Step back to plank, inhale. Now you can go to down dog if you'd like a little extra time. Exhale, otherwise we're gonna flow it out. Exhale, knees, chest all the way down. Cobra, inhale, lower down, exhale. Tuck the toes, come to your knees, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Nicely done. Let's take that on the other side. So make sure the hands are nice and firm. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it wide. Drop the right heel, heel to arch, angle the toes in. Back leg is straight, left knee is bent. Rise to warrior two. Inhale, hold and stabilize. Exhale, keep the knees and toes pointing forward. Right hand down, left palm up. Inhale, reverse. Stretch a little deeper on the exhale. Good, back to warrior two. Inhale, left fingertips down to inside of left foot. Exhale, right fingertips to the sky. Take a big inhale. Exhale, unwind, right fingertips to the floor, balls of left toes. Please make sure feet are hips distance apart. Right hand down, left hand up, twist. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Coming into crescent, reach through the back heel, stabilize left knee, squeeze the core, and with an inhale, rise up to crescent. Staying on the balls of the back toes, find the focus point. You can always bring hands down to your heart. Now remember, you can stay here because we're gonna come back to this position. For those of you who are up for warrior three, begin to shift weight forward, kick off, and fly. Arms can be forward, hands can be at heart, arms can be behind you. Extended leg is active, right toes pulling to right knee. So the knee and toe point down to the floor. Woo, try not to let them land on the floor. Find your focus point and breathe. You got it. Awesome, everybody. We meet in crescent. So shift the weight back, bend into left knee, land right toes. Inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, wrists below shoulders. Step to plank. Inhale, you can go to down dog, or exhale, knees, chest, all the way to the belly. Find a cobra. Inhale, lower, exhale. Tuck the toes, inhale to your knees. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more nice big inhale. And let's take a little break. Exhale, knees to the floor. Find child's pose or another place in your body to rest. We're going to take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Just taking a moment to slow down the breath. Check in with the body, how you're feeling. Feeling a little warm, maybe getting a little tired. But just breathe into whatever it is that you feel today. So we're going to be going through the flow one more time. We're going to be approaching it a little bit differently today, or this round rather. It's a little bit more balanced challenge. Remember, everything is optional. Just make sure that you're breathing nice and slow and steady breaths in and out. 2 more breaths in your resting pose. Inhale. Exhale. Another big inhale. Full exhale. Awesome, everybody. Then let's meet in down dog. You can take more time to rest and rejoin when you're ready if you'd like a little bit more extra time. So here we are in down dog. Inhale, pick up both heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to your hands. Inhale, fold, squeeze the belly. Exhale, bend the knees, hips back behind you. Inhale, Utkatasana, just hold for the exhale, push into the heels. We rise up right away. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Hands to shins, half lift, inhale. Exhale, wrists below shoulders, step to plank. You can go to dog, or you can come down to the knees, chest, chin. Remember, if you're tired to these, skip them. Cobra, inhale. Lower, exhale. Tuck the toes, come to your knees, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Right leg, inhale, lift it to the sky. Exhale, step it wide. Drop the left heel. Angle the toes in. Right knee is bent, warrior two. Inhale. Sink and steady, exhale. Stabilize right knee, left hand down, right palm up. Inhale, reverse. Hold and stretch for the exhale. Back to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, right fingertips down, left fingertips up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, unwind, left fingertips to the floor, ball of left toes. Make sure feet are hips distance apart. Left hand down, right hand up, twist. Inhale. Unwind, exhale. Stretch through the back heel, crescent. Inhale. Warrior three. Woo! Exhale, fly. Now, from warrior three, we're gonna come into one-legged mountain. So if you need to step down to get up into it, that's totally okay, but otherwise try to keep the left leg lifted. Swing the left knee to your chest and bring the crown of your head up to the sky. Gaze forward, find your focal point, squeeze navel to spine. We're coming into balancing pigeon from here. So open your left knee to your left, cross left ankle onto right thigh, sink the hips back, keeping right knee behind toes. Keep your left foot dorsiflex, left toes pulling to knee. Push the palms together, find your focal point, steady the eyes, and breathe. Excellent. Take a breath in, keep the knees bent, exhale, feet meet, Utkatasana. Weight to the heels, rise up tall. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, wrists below shoulders, step it back to plank. You can go to dog or lower to the knees, chest and chin. Cobra, inhale. Lower, exhale. Tuck the toes, inhale to the knees. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Left leg, inhale, lift it to the sky. Exhale, step it wide. Drop the right heel. Keep the left knee bent, back leg straight. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Keep left knee tracking forward, right hand down, left palm up, reverse. Inhale. Hold for the exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, left fingertips down, right fingertips to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, unwind, right fingertips to the floor, balls of right toes, feet hips distance apart, twist. Inhale, left arm lifts to the sky. Exhale, unwind, power through the right heel, ready to rise, crescent. Inhale, steady your gaze, warrior three. Exhale, lift the right leg, find your focal point. We're coming into one-legged mountain. Remember, you can touch the right foot down or take a breath in. Exhale, bring the right knee to your chest, bring your crown to the sky. Find your focal point. Pull the right toes towards the kneecap. Keep that flexion. Cross right ankle, outer left thigh, front of left thigh rather. Sink the hips back behind you. Please make sure the left knee is behind the toes. Weight to the left heel. Right toes pulling to kneecap. Squeeze the navel to the spine. Fix your focal point and breathe. Find your balance. Excellent, everybody. Take a breath in, knees stay bent. Exhale, feet together, knees behind toes, push through the heels, rise up. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold it forward. Hands to shins, half lift, inhale. Exhale, wrists below shoulders, step back to plank. Last time we're going through this, but you can skip it and go to dog. We'll be there in a second. Knees, chest, chin. Come to cobra. Inhale. Lower down, exhale. Tuck the toes, press to your knees, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Awesome, everybody. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So now we're coming into pigeon. We've done a reclined pigeon, we've done a balancing pigeon. Now we're just gonna do plain old pigeon. Pigeon is not for everybody. And if it does bother your knees or you feel pain in your body, please come to recline pigeon. That posture we did at the beginning of class where you had your right ankle cross over your left thigh and then vice versa. You want to give it a try, we're coming into it from down dog. So pressing your palms, right leg to the sky, inhale. On your exhale, begin to swing your right shin behind your right wrist. So the right knee turns to the right side of the mat and you place your shin behind your wrist. So the right knee is to the right toes are to the left, and then walk your left toes back behind you until your hips are lowering to the floor. Start up on your fingertips with your shoulders squared forward. Make sure that you're not dumping into the right hip or dumping, less likely, to the left hip. You want the weight to be evenly distributed right to left. Now, if you're feeling pain in the knee, please come out and take this down onto your back, crossing right ankle over left thigh like we did at the start of class. If this feels okay and you want to stay right here, that's awesome. If you'd like to bring it down into a forward fold, you're welcome to do so. It will intensify the stretch in the right outer hip. So if you'd like to, come down to your elbows and forearms. Bring your forehead to rest either on a pillow or stacked hands or stacked fists. So again, keep checking in with your right knee. If your right knee is not happy, please listen to it and back out. You do not want to damage the right knee joint. But if you're just feeling it in the hip, that's exactly where you want it to be. And then do make sure that you're staying active in this posture, especially through the left leg. So actively stretch the tips of the left toes to the back of your mat so that you're getting an opening through the front of the left thigh and hip. You're also stabilizing the hips and the lower back by keeping the left leg muscularly energetic. We've got just a couple more breaths here. Remember, you can always come out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Take another breath in and another breath out. For those of you who took it down into a forward fold, start to walk yourself back up until you're on your palms and your arms are straight. Hands are shoulder distance apart. We're coming into that one-legged dog where we started, or three-legged dog. Tuck the left toes under, push into the palms. Send your right leg up to the sky. Big, huge stretch through the right leg. Exhale, bring your right foot to the earth. We'll go ahead and do that on the other side. Remember, if you're on your back, you're going to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Otherwise, left leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the left knee out to the left as you place your shin behind your wrists. Lower down. Walk the right toes back. So the left knee is pointing to the left toes are pointing to the right. Start upright, squaring your shoulders, and make sure the weight is even across the hips. Again, really important you're not dumping into the right hip. The hips do not have to touch the floor. They're coming close to the floor, but remember, zero pain in the knee. You can stay upright, or you can take it down closer to the earth. Try to bring some kind of support underneath your forehead. Settle in, make adjustments, go deeper back off. Do keep the extended right leg active. So remember, you're stretching the tips of the right toes to the edge of the mat behind you, opening up the front of the right hip and thigh, but you're also helping to stabilize the hips and the lower back by keeping the right leg energetic. Make sure the breath is slow and steady and you're noticing the sensations in your body, always checking in. So if something becomes too much, you can respond appropriately by backing off or exiting the posture. Just 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more nice deep breath in. One more nice deep breath out. Excellent, everybody. If you're still folded forward, slowly walk yourself back up onto long arms. Hands are separated, shoulder distance apart, fingers lightly spread. Tuck the right toes under, push into the palms, send your left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Give it a big stretch. Exhale. Return your left foot to the earth. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, knees, tops of feet, find child's pose. If child's pose is not working for you today, you could lie flat on your belly with your forehead resting on stacked hands. If you're in child's pose, sink your hips back to your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you, relax your head down. We're going to take a little side stretching here. This is optional. If you prefer to just stay still, that's great. If you'd like the side stretch, inhale, reach out through your fingertips, keep that length. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the right and shift your hips a little to the left. Breathing into the left side body, stretching out the side of the spine and the waist and the ribs. Good. Walk your hands through center. Inhale, stretch. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the left, shift your hips a little to the right. Right hip pulling back, right fingertips reaching long.
Relax the head and breathe into the right side body. Good. Walk your hands to center. Inhale. Sink the hips back to the heels. Exhale. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Roll up through your spine. We're going to take it onto the back for bridge pose. Open up those hip flexors. That got a lot of action today. So make sure you have enough space behind you. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, separated, hips distance apart. Come down to your back. On your back, arms along the sides of your body, eyes and chin tip point at the sky, heels one of your foot's distance from your sit bones. Start to wiggle your shoulders towards one another underneath your back. Feel that nice little lift in your upper spine. Press through the backs of the arms, the shoulders, the feet. And with an inhale, lift your hips to the sky. You can keep your arms as they are. If you'd like a little more chest lift and it's available, interlace your fingers, straight elbows, wiggle the shoulders a little closer in. Feet press, especially the heels. Shoulders press, lift the heart. Breathe into the front body opening. Nice, everybody. The hands are interlaced, let them go. And then ease the hips softly, softly, softly back down to the ground. Heel and toe your feet apart towards the sides of your mat. Back into those windshield wipers. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, knees come center. Exhale, drop your knees to the left. Good. Inhale, bring your knees center. Exhale, drop to the knees to the right and hold. Now you've got options. You just hang right here. If you'd like that stretch that we did at the beginning of class by taking the right heel and notching it on the outer left knee and pulling down, that's awesome. If you'd like more of a spine twist, move your hips a little to the left and then stack the left knee on top of the right. You might even want to wrap the left thigh around the right thigh. So find whatever it is in your body that feels really good right here and breathe. If you took a wrap or a bind with the legs or the feet, slowly unwrap, unbind, unwind. Inhale, bring your knees up through center. If you need to heel and toe your feet apart to the sides of your mat again and center your hips, please do. And we'll go back into the windshield wipers. We lead to the left. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the knees to the left. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Good. Inhale, knees come center. Exhale, knees drop to the left. Hold. You can stay. You can notch the heel to the outer knee. You can move your hips a little to the right and stack the knees to the left. You could even take the right thigh, the top thigh, and wrap it around the left for a deeper twist again. Find the amount of sensation you want in your body, and then breathe into that sensation. If you took a wrap or a bind with the legs, go ahead, unwrap, unwind, unbind. Then bring your knees back up to center, adjust your hips so that they're neutral. And then bring your feet so they're more like hips distance apart. Bring the knees into the chest and wrap the arms around the shins and hug the thighs into the body. Really squeeze in tight. It might feel good to rock a little side to side here, massaging your back into the floor. If it does, do it. And then bringing yourself to center, release the grip on your shins and stretch both legs up to the sky. Waterfall. Hips are grounded, legs are long as reach into the ceiling, reversing the pull of gravity in your legs, helping to reduce swelling perhaps or pressure. Just taking this posture to relax through the legs. Excellent, everybody. Keep your right leg lifted to the sky. Bring your left knee to your chest. Grab the shin, squeeze it in, and then slowly begin to extend the right leg out along the floor in front of you, nice and slow. Reach the right heel forward, hug the left knee in. Then keep the right leg along the floor. Take your left leg to the sky. Dorsiflex the foot, pull the toes to the nose, stretch your hamstrings. Breathe slow and deep here. Keep the left leg lifted to the sky. Bring the right leg up to meet it. Release the grip, arms along the sides of your body, back to waterfall. Beautiful. Keep the left leg lifted. Bring the right knee to your chest. Grab the shin, squeeze it in. Then really slow and controlled, begin to lengthen the left leg out. Slow, slow, slow. Long along the floor in front of you. Reach and stretch. Good. Then extend the right leg up to the sky. Press the heel to the ceiling, toes to the nose. Stretch the right hamstrings. Excellent. Keep your right leg at the sky. Once again, back to waterfall. Bring the left leg up to meet it. Release the grip for a moment. Let your arms rest along your sides. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees to chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Squeeze. Take a nice deep breath in. Squeeze a little more. Exhale, release. Bring your feet to the floor where you can stay. Or if it feels good, stretch your legs out long and let them drop. We're moving into final relaxation. Arms near the sides, palms up. Upper back, shoulders flat. Make any little adjustments that you need to. Close your eyes. Release your breath. And allow it now to just flow effortlessly. Each effortless exhale, relaxing your body deeper and deeper down into the ground. Each effortless exhale, quieting your mind. Allow it to become still and peaceful. There'll be a few moments of silence, and then I'll guide you out. But I do encourage, if you do have more time, to stay a little longer, to really enjoy the feeling of relaxing and breathing, to let your body, your mind just absorb all of the work that you just did. Relax and breathe. Welcome to stay as long as you have time for today. But if you are ready, begin to deepen the breath and let some energy begin to flow back in, keeping it calm. And then when you're ready, slowly roll to your right side. Take a few moments here